how should a company then decide with so many different social media platforms out there, TikTok being the hottest one, it's growing like crazy. And then you have ones like Snapchat, which seem to have just come and gone. Facebook's been around for, as long as we can remember when you think of social media. Where do I, as a startup or even an established company, decide where to put most of my focus when it comes to social media marketing today?
I think there's actually a really simple answer to this. So it's be where your audience is. For example, if you're a brand that's aimed at selling to teenagers, absolutely be on TikTok. So it's research the platforms, understand who that audience is, and see what the relevance is for your brand. And secondly, and I think this is where a lot of startups and brands kind of make a mistake, you actually do need to devote a bit of time to social media, time and effort to grow. So make sure you have the time to curate, create, and maintain the channels. So don't bite off more than you can chew.
So there's a lot of social media platforms out there that are used for fun. You think of the Instagrams, you think of the Snapchats, you think of the TikToks, Facebook, kind of somewhere in between, I feel like. And then there's platforms that I spend most of my time on when it comes to social media, but it's not really in that category. And that would be Reddit and LinkedIn. LinkedIn, professional networking, it's more business related. Reddit kind of has that feel of Twitter, but a little bit more focused on the subreddit. So, being a marketer, being the co-founder and CEO of an agency, what are your thoughts on Reddit and LinkedIn for social marketing? Is there an opportunity for a startup to use these platforms?
I'll talk about LinkedIn first because it's fast becoming one of my favorite channels. And as you mentioned, it's the place to go, place to find your B2B customers. And it's evolved more into a content platform compared to the job portal that it used to be. And I'm finding as a consumer as well, I'm starting to use and spend a lot more time on LinkedIn than I used to. So it's a platform I think is really powerful, particularly if you're marketing to B2B brands. And definitely one that we leverage a lot at Kuriet. And then Reddit, how we used it as a startup is to do a lot of social listening. People are talking there. Your audience is already pouring out their feelings and talking about what really matters to them. So I think it's the community spirit of Reddit is really powerful. So it's great to deeply understand your audience and also actively or passively engage as a brand. Passively you can read the threads and understand what's going on, but other brands have done it really actively by building a community of brand advocates and subreddit forums. They've actually transformed it into another sort of customer service tool for them.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I noticed with Reddit is it's very niche if you find the right subreddit, and it seems like there are some subreddits where it feels like everyone's the same person. They just all have the same thoughts and opinions, and if you don't have those opinions, you're not welcome in the subreddit. And that can be a good and bad thing depending on if you're a brand and who you're trying to target. It could be great if you're trying to target a specific audience that's interested in a specific product, service, experience, activity. Because what I'm finding in these highly engaged, generally lower um, quantity of subscribers to the subreddit is they're all very very similar. So, what do you think of that when it comes to being able to target the right people with higher engagement?
When you're able to get really niche, I think that's a great sign for marketers because you can start with those niche areas, see if things resonate, and then go on to things that are a bit broader. But especially as a startup, for example, SaaS B2B businesses, if there are people talking intimately about like a competitor, the product features and functionalities, that's a treasure trove of knowledge where you can get information around what your competitors are doing well or not. I mean, I think it's really powerful.